What's good, everybody? Welcome into Betting the Turnbuckle, part of the Behind the Turnbuckle universe. My numbers guy, Raphael Esparza, is here. I am the coach. We are presented, as always, by MyBookie.ag, the only place, Raphael, that you can go and what I like to call fun bet. And to me, betting wrestling, I'm on the other side of the fence now. I think it's a lot of fun. I really do. Hello, sir.
Hello, Coach. I wish I would have met you back when you didn't think it was fun and thought it was ridiculous, so I can pull you to the other side of positivity when it comes to wrestling betting.
Well, I remember when I used to set the production meetings now, like 16 years ago, I left in 2008. I remember there was little rumblings of it, and I'm staring at the outcomes of the matches. And I remember saying to myself, how can somebody bet on it when I'm literally looking at the finish and I could go out and bet on it myself? And that's why I thought it was ridiculous. But now there's just, to me, the way you do it, the way we do it, and there are some upsets. It's not always just a slam dunk. I think that's kind of cool.
That's the best part of it. The slam dunks that you think, oh, this isn't easy, and then you're like, wah, wah.
Well, let's start with the WWE Women's Champion versus Champion match. Nia Jax, minus 150 at MyBookie.ag. Liv Morgan, plus 110, who just revealed that she has signed a new 5-year contract. And I think she earned that contract in the last 6 months with her performance with the Judgment Day, with Dirty Dom as the women's champion. But this is something different. It's in Saudi Arabia. It's at the Crown Jewel. At minus 150 for Nia Jax. Where are you going?
Yeah, this one is interesting because this is when Tiffy Time, I think, pulls her suitcase out. I have her as the winner of this one. I have Nia Jax winning this match. I take the minus 150. The referee will call her the winner. But then Tiffy Time comes, and she is the ultimate winner. So it's going to be interesting. I will put that prop bet. I'm just waiting. I've been a little busy. I will put up, will Tiffany use her briefcase hopefully sometime in the next 24 hours. That will be up on the site at mybookie.ag. But I think Tiffy's the real winner. But for this match and this match, I thought minus 150. I had to put it at minus 150 just because we're going to get Liv Morgan in. People love Liv Morgan. I think she's been phenomenal. She's earned every penny because you know what? She's earned it because she's been there every day. She has not missed time for injury. She's been there every day on the mic with Dirty Dom. So I think that contract was well paid, well served, well earned. But the money's coming in on her right now.
Well, and clearly the fans love her, and also Rhea Ripley. And I when I was there and somebody would get hurt, it's always a delicate balance, Raphael, because you don't want to blame the person who was part of the beatdown, but then you also want to say, be a little bit safer. And now that Rhea Ripley's going to be out, according to the WWE, for an extended period of time, this women's division really is going to struggle because right now, every week we get like a tag team, Pure Fusion, whoever, and then Liv and Rhea. And now Rhea's gone. There's no Becky Lynch. There's no Charlotte Flair. I think they're really going to struggle unless they bring a few women up from NXT, but they appear not to want to do that.
I think we're going to see a lot of women cross networks now from SmackDown. If I was running the WWE, call me. I'm available. I would just have the women's division on every channel, on every Raw, SmackDown, NXT, free for all women. Because I think now with so many big names, MIA, I just let them cross it. Let's let Jade Cargill go over to Raw. Let's just let them go free range.
That's the way it should be. I've always said that. Even when I was there, I hated the brand split. We used to do Friday to Monday if you were on Raw, and then Saturday to Tuesday if you were on SmackDown. 8 shows a week for the entire company. But I like having the crossover because to me, there's not enough big stars right now to carry 2-3-hour shows, which is exactly what it's going to be come January on Netflix. All right, match number 2, and this was just announced, Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe, Raphael, and that's the 6-man tag match. You're going to have the Bloodline at minus 300 taking on Roman Reigns and Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. They come back at plus 200. Your take?
Man, this was a hard one to make as odds and a hard one to pick as a fan. I have to say the Bloodline. I think the storyline will fit well if they win. This is not a big pay-per-view event. I know they're trying to push it with the new fancy belt and stuff like that, but it's not one of the bigger pay-per-view events. So you can have a loss for Cody and the Usos and stuff like that on this one. We'll discuss the Cody issue on this. And it won't really mean anything effective of, it's during college football. People are going to be watching college football and all that. It's kind of a hidden gem for WWE. I have to go with the Bloodline at -$3. I'm saying we can see something different. We can see something that maybe the Usos, the twins, hug it out. Like me and my brother, if we ever were wrestlers, I would probably hug it out after I won a big match. But I just think the Bloodline, -$3. Something's going to happen weird in this one.
I think you're right. I think you're right. And to Raphael's point, they're making separate belts for the women and then for the men that will stay in Saudi Arabia. And every time they have a crown jewel, because this is part of a 10-year contract that Vince McMahon signed 5 years ago. And I think, to your point, that no matter who wins and loses, it doesn't affect anything back here in the United States. I think it's a 1 p.m. Eastern start. They have like 8 shows on Friday and Saturday. I'm like, enough. I don't need a 3-hour kickoff show. And we're not doing a watch along on Saturday as well. As much as I want to, and we try to do as much for the premium members, we're going to be doing more. But sometimes family has to come first. So my son has a big event on Saturday, so we're not going to do a watch along. I'll be honest with you, Raphael. I'm not that excited about the card to sit there and talk through it, but I like the watch alongs. But this one, it kind of feels like it's thrown together. We have a SmackDown show on Friday night that's taped, so we already know the finish is there. So for me, it's kind of like, how excited am I? I'd probably say maybe a 5, just because nothing is there's no consequences. Like, what comes out of it? If Cody loses, he's still the champion. If Gunther loses, he's still the champion. So
I'm about a 6. I'm about, just because I like the Usos being together again. I'll give it a 6.
Okay, that's fair. That's very, very fair. All right, our last match we're going to talk about, and remember, here at Behind the Turnbuckle or Betting the Turnbuckle, we never go longer than 15 or 20 minutes. We're changing the game. You're never going to see an hour show from us unless it's an interview. That's it. All right, WWE Champion against the Raw Champion, or reverse that. Either way, too many champions. Gunther, and this shocks me because Cody Rhodes is the face, literally the baby face of the entire WWE right now. And you have him at +200 to win that coveted new belt that he could raise up, or Gunther could raise up, and then they'll walk back, put it in a big old trunk, take it to wherever they store all their WWE gear, and they won't bring it out for another year. That's how special this new belt will be.
I'm actually shocked that they don't let them bring it to the States for at least 1 week, for one house show. Just show the belt.
But the guys wouldn't want that, Raphael. It's such a pain in the ass to get it onto the airplane, get it through security, and like, these belts are humongous. So I don't even think Cody or Gunther would want to be honest. And I don't think, well, Cody might, because he has a bus. But normally the champions, they have a guy waiting at the bottom of the stairs when they come back through, and they hand their belts to him. They take care of it, and they don't even have to worry about it during the week. That's how it works.
Maybe me and Tommy would do a watch along, because to see his head blow up, because I think Gunther wins on this one. That's why I open up.
I can talk to him. I
opened this up at -$3. So I sent it when I opened up the odds over at MyBookie, -$3. The first 10 bets, all on Gunther. It's now -$4 now for Gunther to win this one. I think he wins, because if Cody wins, it means nothing to him. Like you said, he's not bringing a belt back. He's not going to be on the top of his bus driving back to the next arena holding the belt out of the window. No, this means nothing to him. If they're trying to push Gunther even more, which I believe they are, Mr. Boring, that's what Tommy C calls him. It means so much for him to win over Cody Rhodes. Mr. Boring wins -$4. I think more bets continue to come in. Would not shock me if he's $5 to $6 favorite.
I go all the way back to when Vince forced Roman Reigns down our throat for 3 or 4 straight main events in WrestleManias. Now, he got the last laugh because what he saw in Roman Reigns proved to be what Roman Reigns is today, a spectacular generational talent. But they continue to shove Gunther down our throat. I'm just like, oh my God. And everybody's, Randy Orton can wrestle with anybody. Sami Zayn can wrestle. I don't care if they can wrestle with anybody. Gunther does not have a style that excites me. And it's not somebody I want to watch wrestle for 25 or 30 minutes. And Raphael, at these PLEs, they're trying to limit them to 5 matches each, which I like.
Me too.
But I don't need 5 matches to last 3 hours or 4 hours. I don't need that long. Give me 25 minutes. Give me a little break in between. Run a couple packages. I'm good to go. But I don't need 4 hours. I don't need a 3-hour kickoff show. I mean, how many different times can you run the same package again? That's what they're going to do.
That's what they're going to do.
All right. Do not forget, we are brought, as always, by MyBookie.ag. Use the promo code BTT, and we'll give you up to 100% for new customers, up to 100% sign-in bonus, up to $1,000. Help us keep this thing going as we are just kind of heading in. We're just like a couple of months in to this partnership, but they love wrestling. They love MMA. There's a big MMA event this week as well. And you guys know that I'm also a part of the PFL, that in 2025, we're going to lean into more betting as well. So for Raphael, for producer man, I am the coach. We'll see you next time right here, betting the Turnbuckle.